Hey guys, so today we're gonna do a New York Extinction solo guide with bots. And yeah, so we're gonna be using different classes as well. And for the first one, we're gonna go with Exterminator. And this time we are going with the Claymore build, which I generally prefer over the Molotovs. Mainly because of the numbers of Claymores you can have and them having a higher kill cap. So essentially you can cover a lot more spots, and yeah, and that helps to kind of keep the area clean. And you can cover a lot of flanks as well, even like the pyramids and swarms, which I'll kind of show you in a bit. But yeah, the first part is pretty straightforward. Just go quiet. You know, don't go loud, clear all the strays. There's gonna be lurkers here and there, just be careful. If you're not confident about, headshotting the lurker at the corner, you can wait, behind the wall, and after a while it will get aggroed automatically, and that's where you get the chance to headshot it. Otherwise, sometimes, they kind of insta lurk on you, which can be annoying. We forgot to change our melee weapon. Usually I go with light sickles, but yeah, we'll just stick with it. I think because I was playing Slash earlier and forgot to swap it up.
Elevator coming up.
Right, start the elevator. We are standing behind the sofa, just in case of a full spawn. Then at least, our bots won't get charged immediately. So the idea of playing with bots is that you need to protect them. They won't be carrying you. They can help you, but they won't be doing like the heavy work. So you have to be the one to do most of the killing, and you need to cover them. Kind of babysit them so that they can contribute as well. So that's kind of thing. Can whatever heavy you can find, make them pick it up. They can be pretty handy afterwards. So for this part, you can usually plant a claymore here to cover this escalator, the fence over there, and then there's the other side of the escalator as well that you can plant a claymore as well. There's usually 4 spawn points, this gate over here on the right, and then the other gate on the opposite side. But there are ways to kind of block the spawns by standing in specific spots, which I will kind of show you in a little bit. So have a look around. There's another multi-shot rocket launcher, so we can kind of keep that for the next defense. Essentially, you want to clear this wave as soon as possible to kind of finish the objective. So for New York 1, it's not timed or anything, but the faster you clear the pyramids, the faster the objective gets cleared. So I find this first defense easier, so I'm gonna keep the heavies for the next defense there. So I'm planting a claymore to cover that flank, that particular gate, and then I'm putting a couple to deal with the pyramids, and then one on the other side just in case of special spawns. And then I'm gonna stand in this particular spot, wait for the bots to get into position. And if you start standing in this area, most of the time the zombies will only spawn from this particular gate over here, which my claymore is covering. So we can deal with the swarm. The bot's gonna help you to cover as well. We will make use of the claymores that we have placed to deal with the rest of the zombies, to help control the pyramids there. Okay, we're gonna put one more there just in case. Focus on the swarm.
My God, I'm good.
Just keep a lookout, there might be juggernaut spawns or whatever. Those you have to try and deal with them as soon as possible if you can.
Give me a second.
Because Claymore Exterm don't really have like a quick way to deal with ghouls or juggernauts. You can make use of fixer ammo, this explosive ammo from the bot fixer to kind of deal with them. Yeah, the bot's main weakness will be Juggernaut, and then followed by Bomber, and then a Bull. Usually a bull charges one guy, and then the other bots will kind of melee the bull to kind of kill it off quickly. So that's not like the very big problem. Whereas a bomber can explode and down all 3 bots at the same time. So that might be an issue. And then Juggernauts, of course, they don't really have a weakness or weak spot that the bots can deal with. So you have to deal with Juggernauts quickly to keep the bots alive. So in the next part, we're going to plant the Claymore there because that's where specials usually, or specials or zombies usually drop from. Likewise, we can plant one on the other side. So one trick here is as long as you don't go down the escalator, the timer won't start. So you can actually wait up here for your claymores to replenish, which is what I'm gonna do here, just so I can show you, how to make the run easier. And of course, you can also be using the masking perk instead of the temporary health, because I'm trying to do a no damage run as well. So I'm going for the mask, for the temp health, so that it can help me absorb some hits in case I get slapped. I'm just gonna speed up the timer here a little bit, because I'm just waiting for the claymore to replenish. But yeah, essentially you can just wait it out. There's no horde, no swarms that's gonna spawn. As long as you don't go down the escalator, the timer won't start. Okay, so we're just waiting for us to get 4 claymores. And we can begin planting. We're gonna plant a couple here as well because that's where some of the other zombies will drop down from. Put it directly over here. And yeah, just plant all the defenses that you can find, really. Gonna plant one in front as well. You can also plant one covering the back if you are worried of spawns from behind. This is a special spawn point sometimes, so I'm just gonna plant one over here. Just to deal with the specials, before they get to the bot. So we have RPG. You can also look at the heavy weapons that you want to use, and then let your bots hold them while because we're gonna fight in the front line to deal with the swarm head on. You can prepare your heavy weapons. See what you want the bots to pick up. So we have 2 multi-shot rocket launcher. One we saved from upstairs, and we're just gonna cover our backs, make sure we don't get flanked. So I'm planting another one over there, and just another one in front here. Just to make it as safe as possible. Because you're gonna get your claymores back over time anyway, so might as well just plant them. That's the benefit of having claymores. You can potentially cover a lot of the different positions and choke points. Alright, so the defense started. Usually if there's like grids or more wires, I'll put them on one side and then stand at that particular side. So we see the ammo bag over there. If we hear any bull or juggernaut spawns, or we're just picking up so that it allows us to reload immediately. But essentially, you want to save a couple of the explosive charges for bulls or juggernauts, so the claymore dealt with the bomber there immediately, which is good. Otherwise, the bomber would have made its way up and down at least one of the bots. We're gonna take our heavy over here now. Claymores behind are working as intended. I'm just gonna plant one here just to be safe. Use up all the heavies. There's no need to save them. Okay, there's another special incoming. It's a jug. Okay, it's a jug. It's already on fire, so it's already pretty weak. Okay, so now it's down. Go for the knees if you see a juggernaut, so that you can down it and then you can headshot it afterwards. Yeah, we're just using all our heavies here. We use 2 multi-shot rocket launchers and RPG, and yeah, the wave is pretty much clear. So you can see that I'm the one with the most kills, 700. Because that's what I'm saying. You have to do most of the heavy lifting. The bots are more of playing a support role. Clearing some of the strays and sniping some of the weaker specials. But otherwise, you'll be the one dealing most of the damage. And you know, because our claymores dealt with the bomber and the juggernaut, our bots are still alive and healthy. You know, we were able to control the pyramids with the multi-shot rocket launchers, so the bots are not swarmed, and they are able to contribute and take the aggro as well.
Anything? If it shoots, it'll work.
And for the last part, it is quite straightforward. There's a couple of safe spots that you can hold out on. So the first one being this starting area. So, you know, after you finish clearing the train and you know, you talk to the driver, they will ask you to pick up crates, right? In between there will be swarms, you know, in between when you submit a crate there will be mini horde. So this is one spot that you can hold. Basically most of the time will just spawn from, or just aggro you from the front, so you can kind of hold out here. One bad thing about this spot is there's a screamer that can spawn you know, right in front of this corner here, and you won't be able to get it from this position. So you have to find a way to kind of push in. So there's a juggernaut over there. Because we don't have any explosive ammo or any easy ways to deal with it, we're gonna just RPG it. Yeah, okay. Just to get rid of it quickly, you know, we don't want our bots to go down here. I'm just looking for explosive ammo, but there's none. But that's fine, we'll pick up the heavy from the other bots. Sean's gonna go down there because he's gonna try to melee the infector, so that's one thing you need to take note as well. If you see an infector that's on the ground, that's far away, you might want to try and kill it quickly with your gun. If not, one of the bots will kind of move over there to try and melee it, which which kind of puts them in a bad spot. Okay, so once you speak to the driver, there will be another mini swarm, so you gotta be prepared for it. Now I'm going to go to the, well, they call it kind of like the safest room in this map. It's basically at the back here. It's always open. So on Extreme or in Extinction, there's a couple of doors that are there are sometimes, so there are quite a lot of doors here, right? But only a few of them can be opened, and this one at the back here will always be open. So you can always have access to this corridor here with these two doors, and these two doors are indestructible. So no matter how many zombies there are, they won't be broken. So essentially you can just stay in here forever without any worry. So one issue is if there's an infector or a bomber that's on the floor behind the door, the bots will actually open it to try and melee it.
Eyes open, we got a hider.
Wait, I think it's just an infector. Yeah, infector, especially if an infector is on the floor, the bots will usually open the door to try and melee it. So I tend to just destroy them or just try to kill them quickly. As you can see, Bunko is outside. He'll open the door when he comes in. So that makes it a little bit risky. So you got to try to deal with bombers and infectors as soon as possible, so that, you know, the bots don't open the door and try to ruin the run. Okay, so we have a screamer at the start, which is a little bit unlucky. Sometimes you don't get it. So screamers will despawn after 3 minutes. So if you really want to play it safe, you're trying to get the 0 damage frame, you can stay in the room for 3 minutes until it despawns. Or in my case, I'm just gonna push out and with the explosive ammo, push out and try to get the screamer. Okay. So this is a okay spot. As you can see just now, there was a gap there that you can drop down from. Otherwise, you just need to focus on, like, you know, two sides. And then if there's too much zombies, you can always drop down from the edge there. The other spot is on top of the train. Another good holdout area is on top of the train there. So there's a couple of decent spots, but yeah, basically we're gonna submit this crate and then we're gonna go back to our safe room. Because as I said, we're trying to get the, careful of lurkers here, of course, because we're trying to get the 0 damage frame, so we're just playing it as safe as possible, well, without wasting too much time. So yeah, so every time you submit the crate, there will be a swarm. So if you can either fight outside, you can fight it here. This is of course a safer option.
Watch out! Creeper! Look out! Bomber down!
So once you deal with this, there's the lurker around this corner as well as common spawn point, so just be aware. And then once you deal with the hot, submit the next crate. And essentially there's a couple of doors, as I mentioned, that's open to get all the crates. So just rinse and repeat, you know. Submit the crate, go to the door. Once you deal with the wave, go find another crate, submit the crate, etc. Rinse and repeat. So after a while, usually the bots will switch back to their pistol. So most of the time you can do this. So now the bots are already holding the pistol. So most of the time you can do this quietly. Like there won't be like any more screamers. I'm just gonna speed this up because it's quite a long process. But basically, as you can see, I'm just always back in the safe room. Clear out the swarm. Find another crate. And yeah, like I said, rinse and repeat. I mean, of course, say if you're using a medic class, you have a lot of stims, you can always just stim your way through and then just submit multiple crates at once. But yeah, you know, because, you know, Extinction, you get infected, zombies are tankier. If you have issues clearing it, this is the best, I would say, the best spot to be in, just to be on the safe side. And because we are going for no damage, we are going to submit the last crate and go to the other side of the train, to the end of this train, so we are not close to any doors, because, you know, there can be bombers and whatnot, and then the boss might kill it and then you get exploded on and get some damage. So here is like the safest spot to not get any hits at all. And yeah, so that's it for New York 1. Hopefully it kind of gives you an idea of, you know, how to do the map. Of course, the strategy also works for extreme difficulty, which is easier than Extinction. And yeah, so we didn't lose any actual health, so we should have 0 damage here. Yeah, nice. Bunko also got 0 damage as well, which is great. And yeah, so now we are on to the next map, New York 2, and we're going to go with Hellraiser here, just playing with different classes, and we're going to go with the Fire Thumper Hellraiser, Fire Thumper and Shotgun build, which is, I would say, is really strong because of the Fire Thumper pushback. For solo, I'd say it's sometimes, well, I feel it's probably stronger than the Special Killer MGR build, because that one's kind of reliant on your luck with MGL spawns, right? And then yeah, so sometimes you know, if you get unlucky with the spawns, and then you won't be able to have like MGL to spam. So this part is pretty straightforward, right? You just do these 2 switches, you open the door, and then you find more switches inside.
Some of them are on timers. Have fun.
Where's the switch?
Find the next switch.
And on Extinction, the objectives are actually marked, so it's even easier to know where they are. So there are zombies outside here, which means the third switch is always inside that side room there, and then there will be 2 switches outside in this area. If there's zombies outside, the room won't have any zombies at all, and if outside is cleared, the room will usually have tons of zombies. So you can actually mark the switches. Just, you know, if you want to search for it quickly, you can actually mark them. But we already know where they are anyway. So usually I'll do the one inside first, and then the other 2 outside.
Find the next switch.
But yeah, the switches can be pinged, just in case if you want to try and find them quickly, you can always ping them. Yeah, but otherwise on Extinction, you know, they are labeled, so you can just find them easily. Yeah, so this is the one that we pinged early on.
Sniper neutralized.
How close are we to opening the tunnel door?
It should be coming up, unless you die.
Shit, no roof. I don't like it.
Stevie, we're in the hub.
Oh, my little head.
So usually I'll keep the defenses for the next part,
There are 2 control rooms here. Use the
unless
one
if you
on
have
the right.
multiple auto turrets, you can plant one, because you can only bring one anyway, so you can just plant one and then bring the other over to the end, the final
That
defense.
noise is gonna bring a
So I'm
storm.
using C4 with the lethal gas. The lethal gas can kill about 50 zombies on extreme difficulty, but it takes some time. So you can actually use it to help to clear pyramids as well. And it also works with free refill. So it actually it's going to return ammo to your primary shotgun. And the reason why I'm using this is because I'm using the dumper, which eats up a lot of your ammo crate. So you want a way to kind of sustain your primary ammo, so you can use your ammo crate to replenish your secondary dumper. So that's kind of one way to make you more to improve your ammo efficiency. And you know, the C4 gas can also help you to control pyramids, which is pretty good. So you're gonna see my ammo is gonna start to slowly increase in a little bit.
Reloading.
Hopefully.
Them down.
I think I'm killing them faster than the gas is actually killing them. But yeah, okay, so there's gonna be some side spawns after the first wave. And basically I'm just using, so you can see my shotgun ammo just went up. So I'm using my fire thumper on both sides just to block off the zombies.
My God, I'm good.
This helps to protect your bots. That's why this build is pretty good. Because it makes it easy to keep your bots alive.
Give me a second.
Okay, and we're done. Pretty straightforward, not much to say. There's another auto turret here, which we'll bring to the end. That's why we planted the one over there.
Look over here.
Try to make sure you have heavy weapons for the final area. MGR, multi-shot rocket launcher, even an RPG would be nice. Payload's pretty good if you want to take on juggernauts quickly. Like I said, to protect your bots, you know, you want to take down jugs quickly, so payload is a good option there.
Let's try the bin system. I've got a breaching charge. Take a look over here.
Yeah, so just see what. So from here you can also ping the
Look
breaching
over
charge
here.
on the other side. So if you see like a
Defense
breaching charge
kit
over
here.
there, you can. So if you see a breaching charge in the final area, you can actually breach this door over here, which I think gives you some heavies and a defense as well, which you can also bring to the final area. You know, if having more heavies is always useful since your bots can pick them up.
Must be something.
So
Rotten hell.
and then we are on to the next part. There's rats over there. We have the fire thumper, so it's not an issue. Fire thumper is quiet, so that helps as well. Yeah, if you're using the MGL build or explosive thumper, we would have gone loud here. Though I would say sometimes it's also a little bit RNG, you know, the game. Sometimes I find that even if you go quiet and do all the things right, the game will just kind of just ghost out anyway, like the boss will just go out either way. So yeah. So I'm just waiting a little bit to see if there's anything that spawns, and then we're gonna head down here. So this is a safe room. I haven't triggered the fan yet, but this is basically a safe room. So if you are inside here, the zombies won't be aggroed on you. Not sure if this is a bug or yeah, well, I mean it's probably a bug, but
Look over here.
just something that, you know, in case shit hits the fence, you can always come in here. But you have to close the door, and then zombies won't be aggroed on you. Yeah, so I forgot that I haven't pressed the switch there yet. And try searching the bodies.
Next level's gotta be
But yeah,
aired
essentially
out
the
before we drop
bodies
down.
locations are... There's a couple of body locations and then they are kind of randomized, so
Unless you can
just
breathe
kind of
poison,
search,
I'd
you know,
start searching dead workers for a key.
you just need to familiarize yourself where the body spawns are, and then that will kind of help you speed up this area a little bit there. So some zombies, just be careful. Try not to hit any of the canisters so it doesn't go loud.
Zeke don't seem to give a damn about the gas. Take a look over
There's
here.
no body over here, so the rest will be on the other side.
We ain't leaving till we find the key.
You can hear a lurker, not sure where it is exactly. It could be by this corner here. Yeah.
Rotten hell.
No key.
So this is a decent spot to hold as well. You can put a fire dumper in front of you and
We ain't leaving till we
kind of block
find
off
the key.
zombies if there are spawns. So the main issue with Juggernaut is it cannot be distracted by C4, whereas a bull, you know, if
Got the key. Moving to
you
control
can
panel.
C4 it and then you just stay in place for a while, whereas a Jug, if it started charging, you can't distract it. So that's why Juggernauts are pretty dangerous.
Fans are clearing the gas.
Okay, I'm just gonna put a fire there, just to kind of clear this swarm of zombies here. Nice, we got our 10 health, that's good. And then on to the next part.
Missing another goddamn key.
Are you serious? Damn it. Look for
There's a
bodies.
bunch of zombies here, we're just gonna use our fire dumper. There's gonna be an ammo crate in the next part anyway, so you don't have to worry about managing your ammo too much over here. So this is a decent spot to hold. You know, considering we have fire dumper to block off zombies, this is decent. You know, essentially you just want some place with a single choke point, so you can, you know, keep the zombies trapped in. Just gonna put a fire dumper over there.
Hold your breath and head down.
Let's clear the rest of these guys. So essentially, just kinda you can ping the bodies as well. Just in case you didn't know.
Look over here.
Like I ping the one that's far away. So essentially, if you're not familiar with where the spots are, you can try pinging around and hopefully, you know, find where they are. But yeah, try to remember the locations of the bodies. As again, you know, there's I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8
Take a look
spots,
over
and
here.
then there will be 3 bodies. So yeah. So usually you get the key card on the 3rd body. So basically you need to search all 3 of them. There's a screamer, we gotta get it quickly. Use the explosive ammo.
I think we got the screamer.
Okay, we're trying to cover the boss there. That's why we went into melee. To kind of, so that the boss don't go down now.
Them down.
Did you guys catch up with Roy yet?
Okay, this is not exactly the best place to be in. You know, you get
Yeah, he's either dead
zombies
or
from... Oh, there's a jump. So... yeah, there wasn't any other way that we could have stopped it. there's a pretty narrow corridor anyway, and we might get hit. But we did burn ourselves over there, so we did lose some health. But one thing I found out was that you don't actually, even though you lose actual health, but you don't actually take damage in the endgame stats, which we'll see later on. So this doesn't really matter, because technically you're still getting no damage based on the endgame stats. And I find, yeah, I mean, I could do a rerun, but I just felt like keeping this in because it's something new to me as well. Basically, any self-fire damage is not considered in the endgame stats, which is just, I suppose it's a bug, but it's kind of interesting. Basically, in this area, if you see earlier, I did a fire thumper at the starting point because that's where some of the specials will spawn, and then I tried to fire thumper all the tunnels as well, basically to kind of aggro all the zombies there and try to block them as well. Use the fire pushback, and then, you know, C4 if you find yourself getting surrounded. That helps to kind of make that area a little bit cleaner.
I think we're okay.
Okay, so that wasn't too bad. We're off to the final area.
Reloading. Watch out! Creeper!
Creeper down.
God, I'm good.
Loading ammo.
Yeah, like I said, now I'm dealing with the back because I don't want my bots to be swarmed and, you know, get down. So always take note of where your bots are, and
Where you guys at?
if sometimes it's worth covering them so that they can, you know, cover you
Yeah,
afterwards.
just hold up. We'll activate the
Yeah,
door
so you gotta try and make the decision on, you know, whether or not you want to risk taking some damage to cover the pots. So you can breach and whatnot. Usually, this is not too difficult, so I'm just gonna start it immediately on this turret. But there are some, you know, crates and whatnot upstairs that you can look for. Basically, it's kind of the same thing. We'll stand on this platform over here, and you can just kind of fire thumper the, like what I just did earlier, to kind of block off the spawns there. So we already have the C4 gas there. Okay, you know, the bots took care of the screamer for us, which is great because we have a shotgun and a fire thumper, which is not good for dealing with screamers. And usually there's going to be two swarms here, so this is the first swarm. They will just target the train. Usually it can be cleared with just the shotgun, which is what we did. So you can save the heavy for the second wave, which is bigger.
Switching to heavy.
So now the second wave will tackle the train from both sides. So we're gonna fire thumper the, like I said, the two areas where the flank or the zombies comes in from to control them. The second wave will now attack the train on both sides. So that's where you gotta be. It's kind of like a DPS check now, and you will need babies to help you for this part. So I'm using C4 to help me as well with the C4 gas. C4 gas does take some time, so it may not be the optimal choice, but we have the MGL, which is what we're using.
About to go very loud. Hold down the bull.
Okay, nice, we managed to clear it. Now fire thumper on both sides again, just to get the zombies all controlled.
Finally.
So that's why temp health is pretty useful, just to tank any hits that we might get. We did try to melee the zombie, but the melee went in a different direction, so, you know, shit happens. Okay, we are close to the end. We just need to clear the rest. Yeah, so basically focus on the pyramid that's attacking the train first, because that's where the timer, you need to stop the timer first, and then you can then focus on the pyramids on the other two sides where the zombies are climbing up. Yeah, if you have like a multi-shot rocket launcher, MGL, you know, you can spam them a little bit more. But yeah, as you can see, just one MGL was good enough. You know, with a bit of the C4, the shotgun, it was sufficient to clear this defense. Yeah, so that's it. New York 2 is also fairly simple. Yeah. And if you remember, we burned ourselves with our fire thumper earlier. But if you were to look at the damage that we take in the endgame stats, yeah, we are actually 0 damage. So technically, it is also a no damage run. But yeah, essentially you can just kind of rerun it to get the actual no damage. But I just want to put it in here to kind of show this new thing that I found. You know, some of you may have already known it, but it's something new to me. So, and for the third map, we have New York 3, and we're gonna use the medic class, which I find is the easiest to do a no damage in this map. If you've already seen the no damage and no kill medic run in my previous videos, the strategy is basically the same. Kite, you know, get a kill, get your stim back. Because your stim replenishment is 20 seconds, so your masking time is 5 seconds. So you mask yourself for 5 seconds. Within that 5 seconds, you can kill 15 zombies to get your stim back. And then you just need to kite for 15 seconds, you know, with melee, with the platforms. And then afterwards you can repeat the same thing. And then this kind of extends, you know, your masking and your temp health duration. It is pretty self-sustainable, especially in this map, where the defense has pretty big swarms. So there's quite a lot of backs in the starting area, which, you know, so you can, if you're playing with a squad, you can, you know, steam them up. Because I'm just playing with bots and I'm not intending to go loud here, so I'm just steaming myself, and that's fine. Zombies are tankier now, with, you know, taking more headshots to kill, and because I'm not using a shotgun, you can't exactly one-tap them anymore.
It's a cargo terminal. We're way through.
But I am using the damage boost perk with steams, so you can always use steams on yourself just to you know, just to boost your damage for a little while, if you deal with, say, specials and whatnot. But yeah, it's the same thing as usual. First part, always go quiet, so you don't take any unnecessary damage and you don't waste unnecessary resources. There's a screamer, I'm gonna get rid of it. Just steaming myself here, just in case I take any gas damage. The temp health can absorb it. Just steaming myself, just in case I get locked. There is always a steam back around this corner here. So just in case you run out, this is always a spot where you can find a steam. So that spot is always there, so careful of lurkers around the corner.
Rotten hell.
So I'm using the lobotomy perk, which works well with SMGs, and plus the SMG, Tier 2 SMG has fire, which is great for juggernauts as well. or even boost, you know, get the aggro and then the bots are gonna melee it. Just trying to see if the bots got... I'm surprised the bot didn't take any damage there. Felt like they potentially got slapped. But yeah, lobotomy works really well with SMG. Kind of increases a bit of your ammo efficiency. You don't have to reload or go to your ammo crate as much, but it does require you to be able to get some consistent headshots. So you can pick up a tier 3 weapon from this side, you know, just in case it's like a multi-barrel shotgun or tier 3, a good tier 3 weapon. It will help you as well, increase your you know, chances of winning. So there's a bunch of defenses that you can plant as well.
This is good. It'll need momentum. We gotta back it up first.
You can plant them if you want. I usually like to keep one for the final area. A grid will be good for the final part if you can.
Take a look over
But yeah,
here.
otherwise just keep a lookout. See where there's usually a couple of back spawns locations. One is beside this switch. One is down there by the corner, and then another one here. Yeah, one down there by the corner, and I think usually one beside around the body there, on top of the blue container. So we are pretty unlucky with back spawns. You can breach this door if you have a breaching charge. There's a confirmed back spawn inside. Just in case you find that you need it, you know, you can always breach that door. But we have bots here, so I think we are fine. You know, I steamed myself there, get some temp health, get the 15 kills, get my steam back. So that's just kind of just to add like a layer of protection, just in case I get hit. Yeah, I'm just gonna spraying, not really, you know. I'm not planning to clear the swarm, just kind of shooting for the sake of shooting here. Okay, steam myself here again. Using MGL to get the 15 kills, so I get my steam back. I'm not intending to keep the boss alive, just kind of using them to get the aggro here. So this is a little bit different. I'm trying to steam the bot so I get my steam back because I'm using the candy perk, but the other bot kind of got in the way, but that's fine. Use the MGL to get steam back again. That's why explosive heavy like MGL or payload can be pretty handy. You kind of get the quick 15 kills to get your steam back. Or you can steam yourself and then get damage boost and then just kind of spray with your primary into the swarm. That's also another way to do it. So I'm just standing on this platform, melee, buy some time. We're gonna go revive the other bot manually, and then this will give us one steam back because we're using candy perk. Okay, so now 3 steams. Just picking up the heavy. So I'm not sure why we didn't proc another steam back there. It felt like it's already been 20 seconds, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, essentially that's just how the defense is. I would say it's pretty straightforward one.
Well, look at that.
Oh, God.
The bots taking aggro bought us quite a bit of time, so we only had to kind of kite for a little while.
Creeper! Look over here.
And yeah, on to the next part.
This ain't over.
Just keep moving.
So this is just a traversal segment, not much there. We have rats, but we don't have an explosive heavy.
Must be something.
So we are just gonna use the bot to take the aggro there.
Roof collapsed in here. Climbing up.
Can anyone hear me?
Okay, because we're taking quite a bit of time, that's why zombies have spawned here, but there's not much we can do about it because there's rats there. We could have just steamed ourselves and kind of run past it, but yeah. In any case, we can just keep moving. You know, if you do go loud, just kind of run through here. I think Swarm here is infinite. I haven't really tested it out for long, but it felt like it was infinite. Like they just keep spawning, coming in from the sides and whatnot. So if you do go loud, you know, just try to push through with your stims and your masking effect. This is the spawn point, so any bots that died, they will just respawn here anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah, so we got a lot of bots back. You can see which bots are low if you're near them. Sometimes it will flash like a plus sign to show that they are low health. So you can heal them. And this is another confirmed back spawn right at the back here. It could be here or slightly towards the right, but there's always a back over there. So even if you use up all your steams in the tunnel, you don't really have to worry. So I'm not too worried about keeping the bots alive because yeah, we're just gonna be kiting at the end anyway, so so I'm destroying the turret and the claymores on the left side, but to be fair, the right side was pretty clear, so you can actually just run through the right side as well and keep the turrets around. Don't convert them so that they have unlimited ammo.
Oh my god. They had nowhere to run.
We wasted that barrel over there, but that's fine. So one thing you can try to do is to look out for back spawns. They are usually like around the same spots, so I'm trying to get rid of that juggernaut there because we don't really have like the damage as well. So just gonna self-steam, get rid of the screamer, and then start the defense. Don't want to waste too much time there. You can just steam your bots because you will get it back. So it kind of extends their life a little bit as well. Make use of the fixer masking. Okay, you can heal up the bots there. Yeah, I'm not expecting bots to stay alive for too long anyway, so we just started. But yeah, I like to start this early just so that I don't have to deal with another mini swarm. You can pick up the assault shotgun. It's gonna help a little bit more with dealing with to proc the 15 kills. But I'm just keeping to the SMG, you know, just kind of to show. With the mortar fire, I recommend using either on this side or on the other end, but not the one in the middle, because the wave in the middle is usually a lot smaller. So yeah, I would just use the mortar strikes on either this side or the other end, which has like bigger waves.
Take a look over here.
So we have a back spawn over there. Flush that jug. We have another one over here. Just gonna use it to reset the winch. So you need to reset the winch twice. One at about 30% and one at about 50%. So yeah, as mentioned, use the platforms to kite. There's not much to it really, just kite, mask, wait for your hug to go off cooldown, get your stim back. There you go. And then you can steam yourself again. making my way towards the switch because it's almost 50 to 60%.
Voltage grade is juice now.
So I want to restart it like immediately, save some time. If you remember, we do have another back upstairs. So that's 7 stims. So you can just use them a little bit more sparingly here.
One dead screamer. Look out for this one. This is gonna sting.
Should be able to get another one back here. Nice.
Somebody shoot this.
So we can go for one more round of kiting. With 2 stims, we should be fine. You know, we can always loop back. Oh, we got infected there, unfortunately.
Somebody shoot this. She hit me.
So we have one last stim for us to make our way to our back here. And then we are done. Yeah, so with more bags, of course, it's going to make it a lot easier. I think if we had one bag, we should be able to make it work as well. So you just gotta kind of judge how much, you know, manage your steams properly. But yeah, this map is quite straightforward. There's no objectives, so it's just kind of waiting for, well, there's no time hots, sorry. So it's just kind of waiting for like the objective timer to run up. Alright, and for the last map, we have New York 4. New York 4 is, yeah, it's definitely the hardest among the New York episodes.
I'm pulling over.
So, what are we doing?
But there are some tricks to it. Basically,
Train cars. We can get through that way.
in the first part, here basically you just want to go quiet, right? So just don't shoot any of this the silver cars, which can explode. This one over here. There's one here. There's one in the middle. And then another one on the left side. So that silver car there can also explode. Just don't shoot them and, you know, you'll be fine. You can go quiet for most parts. Some areas have like auto turrets and whatnot, but you can destroy most auto turrets without any issues. Though sometimes you can get quite unlucky for zombie to spawn in front of the turrets, and then, you know, the game goes loud. And so that silver car there, just behind the lurker, is also an alarm car. Yeah, so we didn't shoot any cars, we didn't go loud, so makes the whole part a lot easier. So sometimes there's auto turrets in here, so just be careful. You do want to avoid. So there's another. We saw the auto turret red line there. You can just jump down. You might get shot a little bit, but we are trying to do no damage, so we're gonna take the safer route. So basically, you can destroy most auto turrets without any issues, as you can see here.
Why do you think they will this time?
Yeah, so we're still quiet, as you can see. But yeah, like I mentioned, sometimes the bots might trigger them. Sometimes zombie can spawn in front. So if you do go loud, usually you can just run to the next checkpoint. Like I said, usually. So the bots can also take some aggro. Sometimes the bot fixer will throw a masking gas. But yeah, essentially we made it to the next part fairly cleanly, I'd say.
rot in hell.
Here we go.
There's
Looks pretty cool. Okay?
Adrenaline, but yeah, I'm not gonna
There's
really need it anyway. Likewise, this part, you can also go quiet. Yeah, a lot of times it's messy because someone went loud. But yeah, if you're soloing with bots, you usually can control most of the time whether or not you go loud. So
More civilians trying to get the fuck out of town. Well, maybe you got room in those choppers.
Evacuating wounded. If you can make it up here, we can get you out.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
yeah, so sometimes solo can be easier than playing with pups, just because it's easier to be quiet, and it does feel like sometimes there's like less scripted swarms when you're soloing,
stinks.
which does help, you know,
Must be something.
especially in like keeping the bots alive as well.
Parking garage entrance is on the right.
Let's go.
Yeah, like last time, usually there's supposed to be like a scripted swarm here, but there's nothing. Anyway, we have auto turrets here, which we can destroy from a distance. Sometimes there's claymores.
Army left auto turret.
You can disarm most claymores as well, so it is possible to go quiet. Don't think we are really dealing damage. Well, the PW has pretty bad accuracy, so we're probably not getting our hits here. So let's move closer. Just replenishing our explosive ammo. Yeah, just kind of keep your distance because the auto turret has like pretty long range as well. So yeah, so we managed to clear all of them.
Call the elevator. We gotta get out.
Be careful, there might be a claymore inside here sometimes, or even an auto turret they can convert, which gives you a defense.
Follow us.
Alright, so
Civilians are here. They're armed.
for this part,
Revacuing the wounded.
you need to find a flare gun.
Got multiple swarms
The flare gun
around.
have 3 possible spawn points.
I need every
One
angle
is
gun.
here by this. Okay, we basically got the first spot. And yeah, so you can plant the defenses as
Slow them
well.
down.
I like the grids on the side.
Voltage grid is juiced up.
On the other side as well. So basically, if the swarm comes in from the stadium,
Voltage grid.
my flare gun will go to the main swarm, which is at the center, and then the grid can kind of cover a little bit of the side swarm, side pyramids, because there's going to be 2 distinct pyramids.
Auto turret
So
set. Let's keep it loaded.
The grid placement will be able to, you know, try to hold off the other wave. So there's another flag gun spot here, right by the crates there, and then another one at the center, right in front. So now I'm just using my flare gun to support the bots. The flare gun will help to distract the zombies, while my bots will kind of kill them off.
Give me a second.
Because I had extra grid, so I'm gonna put one in the middle as well.
Voltage grid is juiced up.
So flare gun is okay. Juggernaut, we're gonna do it quickly.
Special down. Over here. Defense kit. Defense
Yeah, another flare gun spot is by that wooden crate there. Yeah, right over here. Then we have another auto turret. I'm gonna put it in the room, so that just in case, you know, some zombies spawn that attacks the wings, we have turrets to cover them. Any of these major swarms outside, we're gonna focus it on by ourselves. So one trick here, this whole defense is time-based actually. So you just need to do all the objectives for a total of about 5-6 minutes, and then it will end. So basically you can prolong, basically if you get like a reset grid objective, you can just kind of wait it out. Don't reset the grid for, you know, however else long you need, and you'll be able to just clear the whole part fairly easily. So we flare the center, and then we use our heavy for the other side pyramid. So wait a while before you use the flare gun. Don't use it immediately, you know, wait a while like I did, so that the pyramids stack up a little and you can maximize the mortar or the airstrike kills. And then just kind of shoot from this platform here. Use your flare, you know, protect the boss a bit. I like to stand here if I'm playing with bots, mainly because any of the zombies that comes up will need to climb the platforms, which means they are gonna be taking some time to get up, and then you can use the flare gun to distract them.
Reloading.
So left wing was attacked, but our auto turret basically covered it. Yeah. Okay, so nice. We got the greed objective. So usually after the first wave is usually from either from the parking garage or the stadium, and then the next objective can be either a grid or another swarm from the cliff, or the garage or stadium, depending on which one was the first one. So we were lucky here to get the grid, so we can kind of just go out here. The main thing you have to worry about will be screamers now, because screamers can cause zombies to drop in from both the left and right side. Then they will attack the left and right wing, which is kind of why I placed the auto turrets, 2 auto turrets, one on each side, to kind of cover the wings, just in case I don't get the screamer in time, or I take some time to kill the screamer. At least the grid, at least the auto turret can help to stop the timer. Yeah, so as mentioned, you just need to stall for about 6 minutes. You know, you can 6 minutes from when the defense starts. So now I'm going for the screamer, just so that, you know, as you can see, the zombies drop down from the top side there. So if you let the screamer keep going, it will also drop down on the other end, so your left and right wing will both be attacked at the same time. So screamers needs to be dealt with immediately. And then you can go back to deal with the spawns here again. So Gunslinger is pretty good in covering the grid, because they all, you know, the zombies are kind of all on ground level, and with headshots you get the ammo back, so you can kind of stay there for a prolonged period of time. Pushing down can be quite troublesome, but with flare gun it's not an issue. You can just flare them to buy you a bit of time, and then you can, yeah, we're just gonna stay here for like the next minute or so. And then if there's a special, just use a flare gun. But remember, Juggernaut, if they are charging already, they cannot be distracted by flare gun, so you gotta be careful. Okay, now while we are masked, we can heal Angel, keep our bots alive, and the bots can keep us alive.
Knocking them down.
Yeah, basically Gunslinger works really well covering this. And then if you do run out of ammo, you have grenades to get ammo back as well.
My God, I'm good.
think we are almost about time.
That stinks.
So if you restart the grid earlier than the 6 minutes timer that I mentioned, then you will have another objective. So it could either be another swarm or another electric grid. So if you want to play it safe, you should kind of time it just to make sure you get past like the six minutes mark. But yeah, this is the easiest way to do New York 4. Deal with the first swarm, hopefully your second objective is a grid, and then just stall, don't restart it, wait for 6 minutes. Well, or however much time you have left, but essentially 6 minutes when the whole defense starts. Yeah. And then make use of your flare gun a little bit more. The distracting the zombie really helps a lot, especially with bots. You know, the bots can kill the zombies. And then we are getting the stadium because we already got the stadium the first one, so we know for sure that now we are ending already. And that's it. Yeah, fairly straightforward.
Where are we going?
The fuck out of here!
So hopefully
I am good with
this
that.
guided run helps you, give you an idea of how to deal with New York episode, and know how to solo with bots as well. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the runs, and thank you all for watching.